Today we're going to do a little introduction here, talk a little bit about Blanchard Systems, and then we're going to do an interview with Mary Jane Touchstone, the print publishing manager of Society of Petroleum Engineers. And then we'll do a quick demo of SendMyAd from the publisher's perspective, and then at the end we'll do some Q&A from questions that you folks have submitted from Mary Jane or Blanchard Systems management. So I'd like to welcome Mary Jane and thank her for participating today. And I also on the phone we've got Jack Kerrigan, who some of you folks have had contact with. He's one of our sales representatives. So just a little bit of a housekeeping. In the webinar mode, you'll notice that there's a zoom button on the upper left-hand portion of the screen. So if you want to expand the image to cover the full screen, just click on that button. And also, as it relates to the Q&A, we'll be doing Q&A based on questions submitted by you through the GoToMeeting or GoToWebinar control panel. And you just submit those questions, and Jack will be monitoring them. And then at the end, we'll do some questions, and either from myself or for Mary Jane to answer. So just quickly about Blanchard Systems. In the people who have signed up today, there's a sort of mixture of people who are familiar with us and some people who are new to us. We're a software development and systems integration company. We were founded in 1992, headquartered in New Orleans. And in addition to developing SendMyAd, the ad portal and virtual publisher, magazine planning and production portal, we are also the North American distributors for Darling Software, and also a reseller for Woodwing publishing solutions. So just a little bit about SendMyAd. SendMyAd is a web-based ad portal for print, web, and tablet ads. The primary features are the upload of ad materials by your advertisers, the pre-flight of those materials, the ability to trim, approve, and deliver. And we try to make that as simple as possible for the advertiser. And the process is designed to improve the process of receiving ad materials. The benefits of SendMyAd are no hardware or software to purchase, as we would say, software as a service model and a cloud-based solution. The benefit to you is that ads are received ready to go into production. There's no, if you will, handling of the ad necessary, and it's a big time saver in that regard. And also, by saving time, it improves your margin. The other thing is that it typically extends the ability to in terms of selling ads, because when you receive the ad, it's ready to go into production, and there's no need to go back to the advertiser if there's something wrong with the ad. Also, one of the things is that, and users of SendMyAd will tell you that it eliminates costly makeup, and that's a big saving to every publisher. So I'd like to introduce Mary Jane Touchstone. Mary Jane goes by MJ. So welcome, Mary Jane.
Thank you, Gary.
Again, appreciate you joining us today. MJ is the print publishing manager for the Society of Petroleum Engineers. And Mary Jane, why don't you just tell everybody that's on the call today a little bit about your association?
Okay. We refer to ourselves in an acronym, SPE, Society of Petroleum Engineers. It was officially founded in 1955. We are a not-for-profit professional association, and we disseminate information and exchange technical knowledge throughout the oil and gas industry. So we are based, it started here in 1955 in Dallas, Texas, and I have been with SPE since 1985. So I've always been in the production department. SPE has over 124,000 members, and we're in, our members are in 135 countries as well. So, and we also have students that are members. So our magazine, our flagship publication, does go to all of our members. They can opt out and do digital, but most of them, I'm going to say about 90%, do print.
Great.
So that's a little bit about us.
Yeah, super. Thank you. I should point out also that SPE not only uses SendMyAd, but they also use Virtual Publisher. Although today in the webinar we're going to focus on SendMyAd, MJ has a lot of experience with our planning and production solution called Virtual Publisher. We may touch on that a little bit, and don't feel like you don't hesitate if you need to incorporate that, MJ, in some of your responses.
Okay.
So when did you first deploy SendMyAd?
We've been with SendMyAd at least a couple years now. We went to Folio Show up in New York, and that's where we met you guys. And we've seen you at the niche conference as well. And we thought this would be perfect because we are doing our magazines electronically as well. And we do receive ads electronically for online purposes as well as print purposes. So when we were up there at the Folio Show, we thought this would be perfect for what we do. And we produce our magazines here in-house, and then we send them out to printers. We have one here in the States, and we have another one in the UK because our distribution is about 90,000 for the JPT. Yeah.
Excellent. So, so what's your experience been? You mentioned printing in the UK, and you mentioned your offices around the country, around the world, I should say. So, what's been your experience with the internet, folks using SendMyAd on an international basis?
Well, definitely my international sales team love it because there used to be such a delay in the time that we received ads, and then I had to hand check every single ad in, and then you have to tell them what's wrong with it, even though you've given them specs and requirements. They don't always seem to either follow them or understand them, I guess. So actually, my international advertisers absolutely love it because they say they can find out in real time whether or not their ad meets our specs and requirements, and it tells you how to fix it. If it goes beyond their capabilities, sometimes they will contact us, but for the most part, they've all been able to figure it out, and I'm excited about that part of it because, the delay delays me in making my schedule into the mail. So this has really streamlined our process.
Great. That's terrific. So, and so I'm correct in saying that you're using SendMyAd for both
Ad portal, and we're developing some so they can sell web banner ads and stuff on that as well. So we will be getting these electronic ads. We're ready for them. They just have to come up with the sizes and the prices. So the portal's ready. So as soon as somebody wants to send one, that'd be great.
Excellent. So why don't you share some of your experiences with them in terms of how you've invited advertisers to use SendMyAd and the experience that maybe you've had in advertiser adoption?
What we did was I took some customers that we're real comfortable with and we have a real good rapport with at first, and I asked them if they would mind kind of being the guinea pigs and making sure that we are doing everything correctly, because we wanted to make sure that the messages got out correctly. You didn't want to just do everybody at once and then it'd be a huge mess. So we tested it with a few of our bigger clients and a couple of our smaller clients, and of course a couple international clients, and then had them use the portal, and then we developed a user's manual to try to help the people upload their ads, because a lot of people are visual, and if you do a step-by-step, you can show them this is your next screen, and then you'll get to this screen, and just how they have to upload the ad. And if there's a problem, it tells them troubleshooting and stuff like that, because I can follow a cookbook. I can follow anything that tells me step by step what to do. So I figure, visual is good. I'm a visual person. So all these things that we've put in place, we've done, and we've made a SendMyAd user's manual, and we're going to do a virtual publisher's manual, just because I can't be the only one knowing how to do this. I do have a couple other people on my team that know how to do it, but we want everybody to be able to walk through it if we're not here or if something happens. So the team has all been prepped for this, and I've also taught my advertisers how to use it, and some of them just said it was really easy just following this manual. We really don't have anybody that doesn't like it. If they don't, and I'm saying it's a very low percentage, it's because they either don't read the front page of SendMyAd, which tells you what you have to have for requirements to be able to run the portal, and that's an issue. And if they have a firewall within their company, that would be an issue. But other than that, everybody has just gotten on board with this. So
I must say, and I'm scrolling through your user manual, I must say that this is a terrific document, and I'm sure this has helped you considerably in adoption by your advertisers.
Definitely. And you just have to have that rapport with your advertisers to, kick you back some information so you can make it better. And that's just kind of what we did with them. What is it that you want, in like the email that goes out from the portal? They wanted some more information, so we were able to tweak that so when they get their email, they know it's from us, because it was new, and some people were like, is this really y'all, or is this a scam, and you're like, no, this is us, so
sure.
It's just getting people
somebody wants to steal your ads.
Exactly, and speaking of that, though, stealing ads, this is very secure, because no other advertiser can see another advertiser's ad. So you only see yours. And so when people were uploading to our FTP, we did get some complaints, hey, my ad's been up there for an hour. I don't want my competitors to see it until it's in print. And it's like, okay, well, when we were doing everything manual, it takes a long time to get through everything. And so we would get everything done in a day, but we had people that it's like, I want you to go now and get it done. So this is very secure, and you can set your limits as to how many times they upload. If you see they're having trouble, you can send them a message, or they send you a message through it, and you can answer it. It's just been really, really helpful, because, I've been doing this a while, and this has just streamlined our process. When you're paying somebody, with overhead and everything so much per hour, this really has eliminated that, because this has all put the ownership back on the advertiser to create the ad correctly. I know there are other companies that take ads no matter what, and they'll convert them and make them work, but the problem is that changes the ad. And if it prints wrong, that would be our fault if we've changed it. So it's totally up to them to comply with the specs and requirements. And there's another oil and gas publication that's using this that I heard, and so somebody said, oh, I've already used SendMyAd with someone else, and they said they loved it. So it's awesome. We can just get everybody else in the industry on it.
Well, we have no problem with that. So just in sort of closing, and move on to the demo portion, what has been the most significant benefit that you've derived from SendMyAd?
Probably the amount of time spent on us checking ads out, because we still check the ads even though your advertiser will approve it. We've set it to where we have a publisher approval as well, and we always go and check the pre-flight information. And it used to be a two-step process for me, for InDesign and then in Adobe Acrobat, and it would tell you different things. And sometimes we didn't find out there was a real problem until it got to the printer, but setting it up in the portal and setting all your parameters, it's done. So, I mean, we've seen people still approve a 72 DPI image in their ad, so we do contact them and say, are you really sure you want it to print this blurry? Because we'll do it, but you know, you've approved it. So it gives them a chance, a second chance to go back. But it's so quick that I'm not spending all my time explaining it. The portal does it for me. So, and we've put all that information in there, you know, frequently asked questions and the answers. So.
Great. Okay, so I'm just watching the clock here, and I'm going to jump into to a quick demo from the standpoint of an advertiser. Thank you, MJ, and we'll come back to you in a little while to take some questions from the audience. Okay?
Okay.
Thanks. So, folks, what you're looking at here is the login page for an advertiser for SendMyAd. We customize this login page for you, just to give you some examples of what different users of SendMyAd have done in terms of the treatment of their login page. And this is all included as part of the setup of SendMyAd. Go back over here. I'm going to log in as an advertiser, and if you folks don't mind me clearing my throat, I have a little bit of the remnants of a cold that seemed to have settled in my throat. So I apologize for clearing my throat. Now, one of the things I should point out is that just this week we launched a new look and feel for SendMyAd, and you'll be getting the first look at that. And we really focused on trying to make it as easy as possible for the advertiser in terms of logging in and using the portal, and we also tried to make it as intuitive as possible. So just quickly to go through this is the Advertiser Dashboard, and you'll notice over here on the right-hand side there are a series of frequently asked questions. These are really to help the advertiser with those, and these can either be customized by you or use our standard sort of response, or you might want to add your own question. There's a full series of tutorials, and by clicking the Get Help button, you can either ask a question of our support team, report a problem, or request an enhancement. You can also, there's a complete SendMyAd help manual that's available. And there's also, most important, there's a complete series of videos that for each, pretty much every aspect of using the portal, it's sort of self-tutorial. We also have an online media kit, as I call it, and this pretty much that lets you see and supply to your advertiser all the different size ads that you accept, along with some specific specifications for that ad. And you'll also notice underneath these ad templates that you can click and download an InDesign template. And this is just one of the things we do to make sure that the ads you receive are ready to go into production. And so this way the advertiser can download an InDesign template to the exact specification of this ad and then build their ad within that template. Over on the left-hand side, you'll see that we have a very basic asset management solution, which actually allows the advertiser to track all of the ads that they have uploaded to your publication. And there's also the ability for, on the publisher side, you'll see all the ads that all of your advertisers have uploaded to you together. But as MJ mentioned about security, this is very much aspect of how secure SendMyAd is. And we have this for tablet ads as well as digital ads. So why don't we go ahead and, by the way, you should point out that we retain these ads for 12 months on the portal for access by you or the advertiser. I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and send an ad. And you'll notice here that the SendMyAd, this is a print ad, a tablet ad. We have two different types of tablet ads that we accept: an enhanced for tablet and a design for tablet ad. Design for tablet is really designed for the right size for the device. Enhanced for tablet are those ads that have things like animation, video, etc. We also accept website ads. What we're going to do today is just focus on print ads. And we're going to go in here and we're going to go ahead and select the advertiser can change actually at any time what type of ad they're picking up. We're going to click on the demo publication. And I should also point out here one other thing that we do to make sure that the ad is right, is received for your specification, is that by clicking this button, the advertiser can see all the specifics that you require as it relates to your ad specification. And so we're going to go in here and let's go ahead and put the name of the advertiser in. We'll pick the size, and you can have as many different size ads as you require. Today we're going to pick a full-size ad, full-page ad, and then we can select the color profile, and you can have as many color profiles as you want. Here, this is going to be a 4-color ad, and we can accept the issues that we're going to upload for the January issue and the February issue. You can take an upload for as many different issues as they want. There's a location here for the advertiser to put a comment. So for our ad contract, and click choose. Now that brings you to an uploader, which allows you to browse either the desktop or a local file system. And we're going to go over here and collect this ad here and upload it. And so what you're going to see in real time is this ad being uploaded from my desktop here in New York to the SendMyAd servers, which are installed in the colo facility with 24/7 generator and battery backup, and the total default tolerance and multiple access to the internet. What's happening now is that we are pre-flighting the ad to your specification. We are creating a PDF X1A, and then we're going to create a preview for the advertiser to look at before they approve the ad. And also, if there's anything with regard to the pre-flighting of this ad that didn't meet your specification, the advertiser will receive a notification. So what you'll notice here, I'm going to go ahead and collapse the screen for a moment, and you'll notice over here that on the pre-flight side, it says that the trim size is incorrect. And if you scroll down, it tells you about the fact that what size is wrong, and it also gives you some additional information. But the nice thing is that it actually even lets you click through in terms of to a video that will show you how to use the trim tool. Just a nice additional feature in terms of sort of helping you work your way through the advertiser submitting an ad. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and we created this trim tool because many publishers told us that they have a problem. One of the main problems where our ads fail is that the ad is not to the size specification because of the trim and bleed and this sort of all this additional information around the ad. So we're going to go ahead. We can go ahead and we can zoom into this ad. We can use this tool to move the full ad around the screen. We can go ahead and we can also move the ad around. I'm just going to go ahead and zoom into just a little bit more so that we can see the trim marks. And notice here that we actually, you can, now using this tool, we can move the ad around the screen, within the frame. The green, red, and blue represent trim, bleed, and safety. And I'm just going to go ahead and move these trim marks into position. Then I can do a little fine-tuning by using the keyboard to place the ad in position. And we can now take this and maybe reduce it down in size. And we can see that the ad, we like the way the ad fits within within the trim, and we can go ahead and approve it. But just before we do approve it, just want to point out that we can also position this ad by coordinates. We can also enlarge it or reduce it by dimension. We also have the ability to scale this ad. So let's say the ad is a little bit too small. We can just click on the scale button to enlarge it, or we can even reduce it in size. But since that was not one of the issues here, we'll go ahead and put that up there, and we'll click trim and save. And we're going to go ahead and pre-flight this ad again, just to make sure that we didn't introduce any problems with the ad. And we're going to trim away the unwanted area, and that can either be a hard trim or a soft trim. Hard trim means that information is not going to be available for future use. Soft trim means that we're just not going to print that, but it still will remain within the file. I should also point out that all the job ticket information let me upload this, open this side. This is the information side, if you will, and of the screen. And that, we're just going to open up the preview. Just to quickly go through this and show you that all the information that's been entered in terms of the job ticket, all the steps that have been taken along the way are captured as metadata and ingested into the ad file, even down to point out the history here. So this is a complete history of everything that's been done to the ad by the advertiser, and that history keeps building based on all the information that's done. It also gives you the trim history. So also you have the ability to change the view, so we can look at the ad in terms of with the spec boxes, trim, bleed, and safety on, for example, and we can also look at the ad trimmed and untrimmed. So at this point, the ad is ready for approval. The next step for the advertiser is to approve the ad, and at that point, an ad will an email will be sent to the publisher and the advertiser, advising that the ad has been uploaded and it's ready for approval by the publisher. I'll just go ahead and click that. We're going to just double check and ask you to upload the ad. So we'd like to try to keep on schedule in terms of the amount of time we spend. So at this point, I think what we would best do is maybe open up from one of the people in the audience. So basically, there's a setup process. There's a checklist of items that we collect that allow us to do the setup, and we also, as part of the setup process, once we set up your portal and your identity, we then have, once it's all set up, then we provide you with training, web-based training, where we do usually two-hour training sessions. We try to make this process of setup as easy as possible. MJ, any of your experiences in terms of the setup process?
Well, it's like when you're in any application, you know, once you learn the terminology and how things work, it really becomes easy. I thought it was a simple process. It did take us a little while to get it set up, but it was new to all of us. But I think, and surprisingly, I caught on faster than most, which I was surprised because that's not usually the case. But it was really easy, and there's always someone there to help you. So I can't say enough about the support that we've been getting from Blanchard. So
great. Well, we appreciate it. We pride ourselves on our service. I have another question here in terms of is there any limit to the number of users that we could have? So there is no limit to the number of internal users. You can have as many internal users as you want. Or in terms of the number of advertisers, obviously there is no limit to the number of advertisers. And you know, we right now I think we have something in the vicinity of 50,000 advertisers that are using SendMyAd on a regular basis to all of our customers. I think I'm just looking at the time here, and I certainly want to keep to schedule. So we'll go through the questions that we've received, and we'll be following up with you on those questions individually. Also, I just wanted to mention again that we will be following up with you. Today we only showed you SendMyAd from the advertiser's perspective, and we'd like to show you the publisher side of SendMyAd as well. So we'll be in touch to see if we can schedule some time with you for that. And also, I'd like to thank MJ very, very much for taking the time out of her busy schedule to share some her thoughts and experience with SendMyAd. So MJ, thanks a lot.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And we'll be following up with you. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate your help as well. Okay, thank you, folks.